Hey, how's it going? This is Josh from Books by Josh, and this is episode number 41 of the Books by Josh audio immersion. This episode is titled, What Are You Willing to Do? Blank. Why blank? Because you fill in the blank. What are you willing to do to get your degree, to get that promotion, to start your business, make some extra money, whatever it is, to achieve your goal? What are you actually willing to do? So, before I get into the main point of the topic, let me tell a story that inspired this post. I was in Times Square the other day, and I was thinking about the last time I was in Times Square during a certain event. I'm in Times Square a lot, but this event I was thinking about was Christmas Eve many years ago. It was snow on the ground. It's probably like 5 degrees outside. It's pretty cold. And I was standing in Times Square with a 18-year-old kid that I knew, and we were filling out surveys. We were going around asking random people to take part in the free survey with no money attached for about 2 or 3 hours. Why? Well, we wanted to better ourselves and our understanding of customers. So at this time, I had an online shopping portal. We both did, and we wanted to see how people shopped online and how we can convince them to use our site. So the best way is to find out why customers shop in the stores they do and how they shop. Very thought provoking, you know? The only problem is you don't do this on Christmas Eve, but we did, and we froze our butts off out there. We surveyed, or tried to survey about 300 people. I think at the end of it, we've talked to about 20 each. And it was a learning experience, and I learned I will never do that again because that shows my determination, but I was working hard, not smart. And that's the point of this thing. It's like, what are you willing to do? I want to have a new book out, and to do that, I have to be motivated to write the actual book. And even though I was a quarter of the way done with the book I was working on, I actually scrapped the whole book, saved in a folder to finish later because I wanted to do a different topic, something that I could write easier. Yet it's harder to write. What do I mean? How is it both easier and harder to write? Well, it's easier because the topic is closer to home, so I'm more motivated to write it. The only problem is it's going to be a lot harder to write because I am writing in a different way than I've ever written in my entire life. I'm also going in and writing from a different point of view. I don't want to spoil the book or anything like that, so I'm not going to talk about that, but it's pretty hard. And what do I have to do to get this done? Is write and keep writing, watching videos on how to write certain things, you know? And that's what I have to do for this. Hey, the other day I started a Tumblr page. I post on LinkedIn. I started a Goodreads page. I'm on writing.com again for my free stuff that I put out. And these are all things I have to do to make my goal happen. And that's what we have to do. We have to put ourselves out there. But how do you know what you have to do to make your goal happen? That's the thing. Most of us want to get in shape. How do you get in shape? You got to find out what's needed to hit these criteria. So you have to see what's your limitation. I know my limitations. I suck at graphic design. I suck at videography, like video editing, stuff like that, but I have to get better for my brand. And that's the whole thing. We have to see what we're willing to do to make it happen. Are you willing to sacrifice your 8 hours sleep? Maybe make it down to 7 or 6 hours. Wake up every day at 6 a.m. to put in an hour or two of work on your just side hustle, your brand, yourself. Are you willing to go to a library and read a book? You know? When's the last time you read a book? If you want to learn a language, how are you going to learn the language if you don't join a free group, you know, with somebody who knows the language? Get a pen pal, things like that. What are you honestly willing to do to make things happen? It's like me, I want to get a new job. And I know what I have to do. I have to apply, interview, the works. Not that hard, but it's not something I can do right now because of my limitations with my right shoulder. I have to go to therapy. I can't go back to work for at least another month. So I already know I can't perform any job activity, so I don't go for that. I do what I can do right now, which is write, talk to you guys, read, you know? So once you determine what you're willing to do, just go out there and do it. It sounds like the same old thing, I know, because it is. And we don't want to hear this, but it's the truth. It's common sense. We know what we have to do. We know what we can do, yet we don't do it. Oh man, Game of Thrones is back on. Walking Dead, you know? Oh man, Netflix, you know? We just do what's easy. And that doesn't always make it successful. It's doing what's hard at times. And doing what we know we can do and what we can't. When I used to do bench press, weightlifting, on the bench press, when I started, I couldn't do more than the bar, 45 pounds. That didn't stop me from trying to do 55. I did what I could until I couldn't do more. And that was the main thing. I stood within my limitation, and then my limitation grew. Same thing with writing. I wrote one chapter at a time, and then I said, "Oh man, I can't write 4 chapters." Then once I wrote 4 chapters, I said, "You know what? But I can't write 6 chapters." Then I did that. Then I can't write 9 chapters. Then by the end of it, my book was done. So I meant a mindset. You have to have a positive mindset. We all know that, but it's easier said than done. Trust me, if you read my recent post, you'll see that it is a lot easier said than done. Then I come off of surgery. I don't want to do anything. I barely left my house for the first, in the first 2 weeks, I left one time, which was for the doctor's appointment, for the first follow-up. That was the first time I left my house. I didn't want to. Guess what? I'm leaving more off now, and I'm getting more work done instead of swallowing it. I know what I can do. I know I can type. It hurts to type, but I've been doing it. Look, bring out content again. That's basically it for this episode. What are you willing to do and make it happen? Are you willing to go to night school if you want to get that degree? Are you willing to take up that hobby because you want to learn how to speak? Do you want to go to that cooking class so you can impress someone? I don't know what it is, but just go out there and do it.